Hi, everyone. Toridey, another fine day, another very, very beautiful day. And guess what? Today, now for those who don't know me, they know how excited I get when it's another day where I'm supposed to talk to my brothers, I'm supposed to talk to my people, I'm supposed to talk to people who are actually doing things in our community to make sure things move forward. Now, the other day we had Ixmalia, and today we actually having some these guys from Blueprint Hakeem and Skiezy Ayenkea, two people I have so much respect for, not just because of their talent but their person, their consistency, and a whole lot their support to our community. It's going to be an interesting segment, really, really interesting segment. I think I'll bring in Skizzy while we wait for Blueprint Hakim. Boss Skizzy.
Yeah, boss. What's good?
Man, I'm glad to have you.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here too.
Wow, man, this is beautiful. I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time.
Oh yeah.
Thank God we are finally here. I am sure Blueprint Hakim is trying to connect with us also. And I think it's
Okay.
going to be a beautiful segment. We'll just talk one regular conversation they would used to get our background
For back for backside.
for backside, don't decide we'll bring our public. And
I'm telling you.
yeah, we'll just talk about music, talk about you, talk about music, talk about the industry, and discuss what we'll get for the do for make sure see by the time we'll know there, because one thing is sure, in 100 years me and you know be for
Yeah.
yeah.
Fact.
So by the time we'll
Fact.
know go there, wait to go be the follow up. I don't know whether I'm start already with you or more go ahead for start share, and then when Blueprint join, we'll continue. What you think?
Yes, let's go on. Let's go on. When blueprint come, then we just continue.
Okay, so
So that will not keep your followers then waiting.
that is true, bro. That is true, man. Thank you very, very much for creating time, for building time to do this with me. Uh,
Always, boss. You
now
know, say
people like
anytime we
you,
call, I must answer.
now people like you don't they support the movement, don't they support the project. We get us to where we did. Sometimes we don't want give up, but when we know say we get people like you,
Yeah.
we always make sure say, hey, I don't want to say depend on us, but we they make people realize, okay, the little you're doing is very, very important to the movement. It makes us
Yeah.
want to continue. Now I don't know whether I'm gonna start by listening to one of your songs or
Okay.
more go for more. Yeah, more listen to this song especially. You just dropped it a few days ago, and the title of the song,
Let
Namama.
them come.
I think so I will always want to start from that place.
I love you. Mama, I love you. You know that's true. Even
Okay,
though
you
I
don't know
don't
Blueprint
make
don't
you
join. For those who don't join,
cry.
please let's try to share. Let's try to share. Let's try to share.
You know that's true. Even though I make you cry,
You
I
will get
make
for
you.
tell me. You get for tell me plenty things about that song.
No problem.
Blueprint Hakim, my brother, welcome.
Yes, so Toridey, salute, bro.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know if you know how excited I be. I don't know if you know how excited I be to have you
Wow,
guys
my
on
brother is
here.
in the building.
Yep. This is so beautiful, man. Thank you guys very much for creating that time to more do this, more talk about music, more talk about our community, more talk about Una. Maybe some small good things will come out of the conversation, because that's what we're trying to do. The most with each I know I don't follow Blueprint from a long time. Skis in my personal person, we mean I don't dey always talk. And I know how passionate you guys are for not just music but for community building. And the reason why once I thought about Skizzy, I was like, no, I need to bring in Blueprint. And thank God so when people they wanna know say uh it takes a collective effort for we for build with to one bilam. Probably
Yeah.
that's the reason why even on short notice, Blueprint get long travel we get for do, but he was like, hey bro, let's do this. Thank you again very, very much. Most start with Blueprint. Skills you be person for house. So
No problem.
yeah, Blueprint, tell us a little bit about you, your names, where you're from, and exactly what you do.
Well, I'm 50% Bafu, 50% Mancon.
Okay.
From the northwest. My name is my real name is Atene Bangu. Artist name Blueprint Hakeem.
Yeah.
And well, aside music, I'm a journalist.
Really?
And yes, aside music, I'm a journalist.
But you see how life fun, and then nobody come for you for
Yeah,
advice.
many
Which
people
you go
don't
do.
know that. Many people don't
Yeah,
know.
a lot of people don't know. So
They don't
yeah,
know that.
they don't know that. So I've been a journalist for like 8 years or 7.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's basically it about me.
Skizzy, for the people where they don't know you, just tell us a little bit about you and what you do, bro.
Okay. For me, I'm Skiezy Ayenkea, but my real name's Toridey Hangout. So you get the Ayenkea is my real name actually.
Yeah.
So I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter, A&R, artist manager. Like I do a lot of things though.
Bro,
That man is
Kamer that you go do plenty things.
At times your boy is a
bulldozer.
literature teacher. At times he's a French teacher. So I have a lot of my casket.
Okay. Guys, one thing my asking a permission on something. I hope so I get right for play any on a song so I want play
For
while
sure,
we do on this segment. Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Blueprint Hakeem Abongwa. More listen to that song some more. While we listen to the song, we'll go ahead now and share the video so we get more people for the live, and then we continue the conversation. The conversation today could be more about rap music and its evolution. I know, so I don't Mina Skizzy don't always talk about these things. Oh, who be what will we do and all of that. I feel say the conversation go center around that, but when if we really go start talk about that when we don't really know the people, then we that they share their opinion. Me, I don't really be important. Now, not two go give an opinion for here today. So why would you share this? Invite more people for watch. I think so when I start preparing our mind, because we'll probably answer some crazy difficult questions.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I know you.
Okay. Blueprint, the Mr. Bongwa, get forget video, right?
Yes, he has a video.
Why didn't he play?
I don't know. If I leave this place, will I be able to come back? Like I can send you the link.
Wait, I sure say I don't go play now something else.
Yeah, that should be the audio. That's the audio you're playing.
This is the audio, right?
Yeah, that's the audio. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
now
the video.
Yeah. Okay, Pamujo, go ahead to share the video from Facebook and the other platform. I'll copy the link send for now.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't share.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, smart man.
You know, so you waste time.
I'm still waiting on it, so I share.
Okay.
Mommy take a grano go for food market for hustle. Only soda sumo that made it for bunker. Before them see go man, hit with it. I say son shit on for a corner. Where bar bungwa de for bar. That other kind of bar we bought to no go need opener.
Okay, Blueprint, I don't share with you.
My friend the days
Okay.
long break. Abongwa de camp for sell juice. Hey master they look and so they ask and say now wait till Abongwa said daddy
But
no
just send them for me to watch my
That's
Okay.
why I cannot go school. That's why I have to come up from the house and come right here to sell juice. Yeah, I have to come and sell juice. He say, he name now Bongwa. Picking for that pay when I drunker. After he done to me, I would Alaska for a call. He the bitter man appear for enter quarter. No rest. Now, oh man, that for door, more stress, more stress. He said, give me my food, let me eat. Since morning I've been hustling and you there for year to sleep. You a curse of a child.
Yeah, I don't send that for you too, my brother.
Yeah, I don't see him. I don't see him.
My father is a drunkard. He wake up in the morning and he never doing nothing. He don't live here to suffer. Me, I just want to go school. I just want to make friends. I just want to put up my hands in a classroom and say, ice, please, sir. Ice, ice, ice. Let me answer the question, madam. Ice, 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 madam. Ice, madam. Ice, madam. Me, madam, please, madam. Let me answer the question. Ice, madam.
Okay. So man, thank you again, guys, for joining us. And we'll move on with the conversation. We'll start now with Skiezy. Skiezy, tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about how you got into music, because I think that people need to know how long you've been doing music, how you got into music, how long you've been doing music, and be specific about the kind of music you do, please.
Yeah. Okay. So I got into music. That's like 99, 2000
Mm-hmm.
when I fell in love with this art, because say that time, so back in the days you be need for do something for look cool, you
Mm-hmm.
know, in front of the girls in school and all that. So if you know be the rap, then you be need for dance,
Mm-hmm.
or you dey play football,
Mm-hmm.
or you dey do something. If you need do any of those things, then you were not cool in school, you know. You see,
Yes.
then again that picking away they just enter from one and all that. They be exposed to
Yes.
some new kind of thing, them, some new kind of life, some new kind of freedom, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you listen to Letter to Mama, there is
Mm-hmm.
a part that I talk about that. That was
Mm-hmm.
that was that was me. That was me in Form 1. You
Mm-hmm.
know, yes, that new experience to new kind of thing, a new kind of lifestyle, new kind people. So that's that's actually when I started spitting, and then I had my first performance in 2000 and almost ending 2001. The
Mm-hmm.
first time I went on stage, it was crazy. The pressure was crazy. The pressure was, that kind of thing where you don't hold mic, then they will grang them. The good thing that I say, I began grang them from my corner, like
Yes.
maximum sorted pillar, speedo them, you
Mm-hmm.
understand? Where they be there like, okay, I've been a perica, they try to boost me up. Say,
Yes.
no, perica, you need to do it. A whole mic so na so my heart the beat, na so it shake, na so my voice the tremble, all I dey sweat. Like I will never forget that day. Even till today, I still tell sorted pillar that, bro, did you remember that day? That day, if it was not because of you, sorted pillar finally told Mike, then he start sing my hook because he know the song. So
Yes.
he start sing I join in and so now I begin at the boost. Then time with the crowd now start react. Whoa, I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know why I dey laugh? I think
Why?
all we did almost I probably should say pass owner, but we do for almost that same bracket.
Yeah.
And like you said, back in the days, nothing that way it be actually really look cool. Either I was actually a soccer player, talented and popular, but guess
Okay.
what? The people that they be dance, they be get all the girls and all that
All the
stuff.
girls
So
dance and
me
they be
too, at one
wild.
point in time, I wanted to really get into that dancing or music or kind of thing. I
Bro, I
remember
be
I joined this
dancing.
dancing group. They began to go stage, they began to go perform, and bro, we trained the whole week. I was part of these people that team, and then for that last minute, I think about the crowd. I enter our house locked door. The boy they beg me, so they call me Okada. That was how my own dancing or music career. Now say take a end. Yeah, Blueprint. Tell me about you, bro. How it started, how you got into music, what you do.
Okay. Yeah. So my own case is it be a little bit different from Skiezy own.
Mm-hmm.
Started around almost the same time, just maybe like a year earlier, like
Mm-hmm.
'98. I think that was when I discovered hip hop music.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to love every. If I tell somebody that my favorite genre of music is not hip hop, people will think I'm lying.
Wow.
My favorite genre of music, I did disco, them South African music. You see, the
Wow.
Amapiano, them. Yes,
Yes.
I grew up liking that kind of music. Now, just say, the time the way antenna parabolic begin on.
Yes.
Yes, so I was fortunate that my dad installed one around
Mm-hmm.
'98. I be the secondary school.
Yes.
So I got open to channels like MCM,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and then that's yeah.
MC.
So around
I
that same
remember.
time, I began from my cousin two way. My elder cousin he passed me like 2 years in Nangam. He did
Yes.
Douala. He did sales paper. So he be over like to pack. So he be the buy to pack. He can sell them.
Yes.
He be the still we be the bring up our house. And then that be day from two. So my friend be there. They call say Paul. He become
Mm-hmm.
American. I be sending for here. Say they want me study for here.
Mm-hmm.
So now he become now with all these American kind of thing for school. He was a very close friend of mine. He
Mm-hmm.
begin to rap some song. Sometimes at the year rap, at the be like, now what kind of music this? You see, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I remember I did rap some Bone Talks and Harmony song around '98. Around that time, I discover them. I want to go back for holiday. I see MCM. They don't install dish for us.
Mm-hmm.
I discover artists like Nas. I discover artists like Bone Talks and Harmony. Them
Yes.
Jay-Z. Them yes. So I be hear the thing. It be different for me. They say, but now kind of music is I never hear. People they
Mm-hmm.
talk like that. They just talk and then some beat they play. Then they rhyme and maybe find me.
Yeah.
So I started them across in the cassette. Them I dey play Tupac song and rewind them. Play Nasty song with wine and things like that. Then I'm my friend too. I be Peggy say me teach me that line for that Bone Talks and Harmony talk this school for places buffet.
Mm-hmm.
So time he teach me that song for some preps after I don't come out class for some preps, with the work I dey go back for dormitory. He just teach me that line. Now very if you know Bone Talks and Harmony, now fast rapper.
Yes. I know them.
Yeah, so I learned that line in the space of no time.
Mm-hmm.
I know people will never go me America, I never ever go me that kind of place. But I talk and he pass himself. And
Passion.
they ask me, say, yes, they ask me, say, the man, how you do this thing very easily? So you understand? So that was when I realized that I have a gift for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then, like Skiezy said, they be doing because they be like I make it. Anybody want to do music that time, they be like, yeah, they be like him.
Yep.
Me, I never ever do me music now because they make it like him or make some man like him. I just
Mm-hmm.
really like it. You see how?
Wow. Wow.
Yes, that's just me. I need to do I mean I say yes. I'm a shy person when it comes to certain situations. If you tell me say
Mm-hmm.
my rapper, I know do I mean because naturally I'm a shy person. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? But the only time when my shyness come off my skin, the time we I successfully climb onto stage or enter inside studio say I one record. That shame no day again. It is not some different human beings on my skin.
Wow.
Yes. So for me, my own background that
Music.
for how I to get into hip hop music. Before I think I started learning how to write. I don't even know how to write song. It took me years to know how to write songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. My first time for write song has been around 1999.
Mm-hmm.
Where I began Nelly country grammar album. It be over influenced me. All the other
Yeah.
times I just learn as their lyrics. I don't even know how to write my own.
Mm-hmm.
But that way Nelly be sound like say it get some African flavor inside in music. So it be
Yes.
attract me more.
Yes.
Yes, it attracted me more. Then when I look at album title, it been a country grammar, I be like, this man actually some countryman. Now when I actually feel so I be related with the guy some way. Handle it, mommy,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
sound like some country thing in my ear. So I started learning how to write, and when I want to write, it's going towards Nelly. You see,
Yes.
before that, I want to reach high school now. Tade Cas Bambili, so my
Mm-hmm.
friend be David, he become up here as man when they call say Asen.
Mm-hmm.
He be know how to rap. When I say man know how to rap, he be know how to
Wow.
rap. Yes. So now I be know basketball. I be play basketball too. Still from that
Yes.
my friend from America. When you come to America, so now he teach me all
Yes.
that thing in basketball. So I be play basketball very good time there high school for that kind of way. Yeah, girl, they come on can't look me. So that my friend be like that aspect. Say, girl, they can't look me as they play. So if he tell me, say, go teach me how to write song, I go teach you how to play basketball.
Wow.
Yeah. So he taught me how to write. He told me that every time you want to write, do not just hurry. Make sure say the last word it must link with the next way they come. That's the mindset I had when I was writing a song, so I could be able to
Yeah.
tell a story. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what happened. And till today, I can be able to just let me say write a song in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and it still makes sense. That's just what happened to my own story.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man, this is getting really, really interesting. This is getting really,
yeah.
really interesting. And guys, we have a few people watching already. Share and also remember, we're having a conversation. It's just like, sorry, I don't go for grammar. Grammar, I don't even know. Una
Tori,
una consider say yes.
Musida, please let me ask you a question. Toridey na just English or if we mix up?
No, my brother. Anything. If you want to tell you for some play, add small baffle. Yeah,
Okay.
like that is me. I enjoy me when I can because I be opportune for speak French, English, and then small country talk. And I feel like that is who we are. Whether we like it or not, we get for if we represent that way, it paints a better picture of who we are. So
Yeah.
anything, man, anything be very, very fine with me, except say when you talk, I don't understand.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the people that watch, please share and don't forget also to ask questions. It's not just about me, it's about you asking questions to my guys, especially for those who they follow. Listen to what they talk, and if you get any question, comment section. Because I want make this not about me, not about them, but about us, because that is who we are.
Okay.
We are just a family.
Yeah.
Skizzy, you already mentioned
Yeah.
your name there is Speedo, and I think I know Speedo. You talk about people the way they hold your hand. Back in the days, that was you said 90 what?
99.
99. Man,
Yeah.
that's a long time. That's more than 20 years. So it means
Yeah.
some people that be already exist for our community where they be do or they be try for do hip hop music and all of that. Wait today
Yeah.
maybe one call and boko, one call and kwata music, one call and whatever. Can you tell us about a few of those people and how maybe you got to know them and how you guys you worked? We want names.
Yeah. Yeah. Like few of those people, say me, I grew up na for Douala. I
Mm-hmm.
grew up na for Douala. So most of the names that I go mention
Mm-hmm.
it go mostly be francophones,
Yeah.
francophone rapper. Then a lot of we don't know them,
Mm-hmm.
but some of them they were like where most people know. Like
Yeah.
I be the talk about maximum sorted pillar. I'll talk about Speedo, like I said. I'll talk
Mm-hmm.
about Budo. Budo had a group. They used to call them Negrisim.
Yeah.
It was Budo. It was Budo. This other guy, I've forgotten his name. And then there was Crotal. There
Mm-hmm.
was Big Busy. Um, there was Kilamel,
Mm-hmm.
and just to name a few, like plenty guy them be there. Where they would always start the movement and where they would lead the movement
Yeah.
during that period. Yes, but it was not an easy task though, because
Mm-hmm.
during this period, a lot of fight be between the Makosa the Makosa artists
Mm-hmm.
and the hip hop guy them, the guy they want to bring the urban music to
Yeah.
the extent where they nobody leave them, they perform. They
Wow.
like get show say for open place them. So guy they now be need for the put up their own show them for street, for carry food them, or for
Wow.
inside school them. They not be they allow we self halls them, like allow this guy themselves for get show them for halls. If they be need for put up show, na private individual, one person where I will always celebrate, na may he rest in peace, Tom Yoms. Tom
Yep.
Yoms now one person where he actually support the movement. Like he be provide a platform, he and some other guy, don't wait, they be call it Ajajo.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they be provide me some platform, like a monthly platform for Bazi F.
Yeah.
Bazi F now in a place where Dan put a company day. Each time we pass today, I see that
You
my
did just
company
cry.
start they will feel bad.
Wow.
I feel bad very badly. Yes, because a lot of our childhood memories be buried in that place where Dan put
Wow.
a company day.
Wow.
You see, yes, and a lot of and hip hop be buried for that place.
Wow.
for that particular place. You know, yeah, that very place. So now place away XLM squad became one of the biggest show them and the biggest crowd where we don't ever see them like XLM that show be equal to Sean Pauli show for Cameroon for that same location. Like that location has a lot that it did, and these people contributed a lot to see that the movement is what it is and what we have today.
Wow. Blueprint.
Yeah.
My brother, for your end, you already tell me a little bit about the guy who came from
the US.
From the US. I know say if you want to now rapping.
Yeah, I know, right?
Talk like
yeah.
So,
but on the contrary, said the man be like pitching very badly.
Definitely. But one other thing
the man be like
never
pitching.
even understand.
Yes, he be like pitching. The wounded one.
Wow. So tell us about, besides him, like when you started doing music, when you started when you start going into music, when you start going to, okay, this is hip hop, this is something maybe I want to do and all of that. Now, which names every day back then where you maybe you look up to, or maybe you will see them to try to do their own thing? Because this segment is about rap evolution. One try to know who's how we start and how we work as today for how we did today.
Okay, all right. I think Skiezy don't talk about Douala. That's where he grew up, and then mine is Bamenda. So the scene in Bamenda was different. You know, we were exposed to those guys in Douala on TV, but we had guys on ground in Bamenda that were doing amazing work.
Wow.
And when you talk about, we are talking about Gambler and Smuggler. There's a group called Gambler and Smuggler.
Yeah.
That was the group that they're not really doing that TV thing there, because as a matter of fact, that TV thing will be there. Yes, it will be there that time. They be do to a class in school shows them. That means they come up for GBHS, Bamenda, go for PSS Mancon, go for PSS Bafo, go for CPC. They stage, they be get a whole group. That two guys they be doing this year. They've been a mission. They be much into dance hall music.
Wow.
Yeah, but with a kind of flair, their music had a kind of flair that could relate with the people.
Wow.
Yeah, those two names you can ask around, they'll tell you that the people in that way they really make show business and the hip hop itself to move in Bamenda, and we will be like music, we look up to them. Anytime they can't stage for school, we one day like them. Same time they had another section which was it was a dancing section. They began Shalom Magic and Bobo Lignos. Yes, they began that one. They be Waka dance na dance. Yeah, those guys. And we need to give big thanks for that name there. Now this XLM squad 2 came in. I think now the first group that for Cameroon where it ever make me I wish to be hip hop artist.
Okay.
For sure.
What was that name?
Anglophones again, for Anglophones again.
They make them.
Wait, you said that name be there now waiting?
XLM squad.
Okay.
Yes, inside that group we get, what were the names again? You had, is it Melody? There were some names.
You had Danny, you have Rockcho, and then you have Email.
You have Email, right? So these were the guys that came with hip hop. It not be pigeon thing now. Yeah, no be pigeon, no be there, but we like them. Yes, It was strictly they were trying to really do it like Americans would do it.
Yeah.
So whatever I was seeing on MCM, whatever I was seeing on Channel O, that boy they be doing, from their dressing to ice chains to everything. Those were the guys that I first saw.
That's magic.
Yes, it was magic. From their flyers, I remember when they had to have their first nightclub show in Bamenda. All youngsters, they say they one can see Email of Cho and the other guy.
Wow.
XLM squad is in town. We fly at that time. It been a A4 paper now, black and white. You post for election polling.
Yeah.
But XLM squad came with, oil paper flyers.
Yeah.
Oil paper flyers, color. So they put graphic. They make some graphic thing over there. They shine. You understand? So,
and then another thing that we need to make Mosina Nasako understand is these guys were the first Anglophone group to win the Canada in 2005.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know,
exactly.
So these guys actually made us dream, like really dream. Like when I used to be with Danny and Email, man, even on the street, you see how, like, today we don't have fans. Like
we don't. That's the truth. I think we don't have fans right now.
Today we
Yeah.
have superstar fans too. Our fans are superstar.
Wow.
Or people
then
that just want to, or
guys-
people that just want to support you.
Oh,
Those
mashallah.
guys. So that was the situation in Bamenda. I could say as much, but those names, right? Gambler and Smuggler, Bobo Linux, and Shalom Magic, who were dancers, and then Excellent Squad that came from out of Bamenda. Even not always speaking them.
Yes.
Yeah. Now the Excellent Squad are not always speaking them, but they didn't have this side. They didn't have that Douala side them.
Yeah.
But when they were coming to Bamenda, it was something else. We wanted to see them.
Blue,
We
do you
wanted to see
remember
them.
these guys to they used to call them Pimps to Flow? You remember them?
I've never heard of that one.
You never heard of Pimps to Flow? Yeah, that
Yeah.
was another crew too of two
Okay.
Anglophones that were also
Yeah.
doing like excellent.
Wow.
And then I think in Douala now, when STV played a large role in terms of informing the Northwesterners of what's happening in Douala.
Yeah.
That's when I got to know people like Big BZ, who was I considered at that time like my favorite Cameroonian rapper.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
BZ. I enjoyed. He had a song with, is it Charlotte Panda?
With Charlotte Panda.
Namongelewa, right?
Yeah.
Namongelewa. Yeah. So that was the guy that I looked up to in Douala when I was young. So that was how I got to discover other people. The Kotas and the rest, I knew them, later when I'd grown.
Yeah.
But when I was just a teenager, it was XLM Squad, it was Big BZ, it was Gambler and Smuggler, most especially Shalom Magic and Bobo Linux.
Now, wow, this is wonderful, guys. For those who are watching, we want questions from you, especially with regards to what these guys are saying. I see so many people, they already confirm it when I talk, which means, because that's another thing we're doing right now. We're actually documenting history. We're actually pushing out, because no disrespect to any person, I feel like around the line, along the way, you yes, oh, Nadiman start this, Nadiman start it. We know they like they here for proof say Nadiman be starter or Nadiman be starter. But wait to one do now, so one make sure say we know how these things that they happen, so we connect the dots. I feel like that's the only way we can get better. That's the only way we can grow. The way we'll get for grow. If we know, okay, we need for pay the money respect. We need for pay the money due. We need for acknowledge the person be play a role. Like Skiezy don't mention Tom Yons. Tom Yons was not a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
But funny enough, one of the most popular artists the way Tom Yons give na hip hop group. The what's that name? Bantu Pussy. You understand? So people like this, we need to acknowledge them. We need to understand the role they play. So may the next person way they play on small role may not feel like, oh, wait me, they do maybe two they do not be important. So
Yeah,
never know.
but then I also left out something about Tom Yums. Tom Yums did not only provide a platform, but he also created a TV channel.
Yes.
Where hip hop music was
very true.
Was being broadcasted on that channel.
The very true.
Yeah.
Wow. So
I see Double B is saying that they used to call me Sky Daddy. Yes, I forgot. My name was Sky Daddy.
Your man really go for that name, we go attract more in the man.
Bro, do you know why I changed my name? That name Sky Daddy.
Tell me, pa.
It was because of this Nigerian rapper that came up.
Sky B.
Yeah. So
you didn't like the way he rapped, right?
Like people started linking my name to his and all that, and I hated that guy's rap. Like,
yeah, I know, I understand.
Man, like, I said no. I'll change this name.
Blueprint, supposed to ask some question. What about Big Joe? He's been around for a long time. It seems you did not mention him.
Big, that's from Umar Junior. Hello, Umar. What's up, man?
Mm-hmm.
The Big Joe in Bamenda, because this Big Joe question is always complicated. Is it the Big Joe in the Southwest or the one in Bamenda?
Oh, there was one in
Yes, there was a Big Joe in Bamenda.
The one from Bamenda, though.
Okay, the Big Joe in Bamenda wasn't too much of a popular guy. I think he was known more for being. They used to call him American. He likes to walk about and rap. Not like rap with songs, talking like an American. Yes, that's what he was known for. Then today he's a rapper now.
Okay.
They call him Akamanto. He's a rapper now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other Big Joe, I think they always call the name with Salatier's record label. I've never met the guy before.
Oh, that one should be a beat maker or something. Big Joe on the
Yeah,
beat.
yeah.
Okay.
So if Omar who is from Bamenda, I think I know Omar from
He
Bamenda.
said
He's
Mezam.
definitely trying to talk about Big Joe who was in Bamenda.
Yes.
Those are the old school guys who used to walk around and make people feel like talking like Americans. Yes, that was his job.
I think I like that part. I want more elaborate a little bit on. Skiezy, why did you think we were born into Makossa, we were born into Bikusi, we were born into our local music and all of that? But wait till you think say be really push some people who feel like, you know what, I want to listen beyond Makossa. I want to do music with him. Like wait till we really push our people, especially we were young back then. Wait till we really push people like we for feel like, you know what, this hip hop thing, I want to go into it. I want to do it. I want to do the music.
Okay, boss. First of all, talking about this issue, I would like to say the first thing first that got a lot of youth into this urban music is because it reflected us at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of a youth kind of movement, a youth kind of thing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
another thing that made it also easy for those of us who grew up in Douala to easily assimilate to this is because with the coming of these new medias, we were now exposed to some of the
Mm-hmm.
things that we never saw. That
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle was crazy. It was attractive, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was different. It was fresh, and there is an instinct inside us that made us to easily see ourselves into it. And
Yeah.
then what gave now that last straw to is because the Makossa artists of our generation,
Mm-hmm.
they never thought about posterity. You see,
That can be
and that's
true.
what I tell a lot of them today. I tell them that a lot of them they failed
Be-
our
besides
generation.
PPE.
You see, they failed our generation in that they 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 mostly thought just about themselves. The
Mm-hmm.
only person that thought about posterity was PTPE.
PTP. That's true.
Yeah. But the others never thought about that. The others were just thinking about them, their name out there, not thinking about when they will not be here,
Mm-hmm.
what is going to happen. You see, if
Wow.
you look at Makossa today, Makossa is almost extinct.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Makossa is almost extinct. Everybody now is trying to fuse Makossa. Now they are fusing Makossa. They are
Mm-hmm.
no longer
Yeah,
doing Makossa. Yes,
yeah.
they are fusing Makossa. They are fusing Bikuti. They are fusing
Wow.
all those our traditional genre
Mm-hmm.
of music that we had, and it and since they've started now this next stage that will lead to the complete extinct of
Mm-hmm.
this our African genre, of this our Cameroonian traditional music.
And that's something that I know wish may happen. I really wish we can find a way to revive all those
Yeah.
while we still have people who are doing hip hop and every other genre of music. Because
The
at the end
thing
of
is,
the day, it's
the thing is now I will say that those who had the secret and the mastery of this thing,
mm-hmm,
most of them are going to the grave. You can count how
that's
many
true.
of them are gone now.
Yeah.
Huh? How many of them are gone of late? I think like 6 or 7 that they buried already.
Mm-hmm.
And I was lamenting with one friend, telling him that I feel bad that these guys decided to go with everything to the
They
grave.
have. That is very
Yeah,
true.
they left with everything to the grave, nothing, and that's it.
Wow.
That's it. Look at where Richard Bona is. Richard Bona is not able to give a hand to mold the children
My
here.
brother. My
He's
brother.
instead molding children of other African countries and transferring his know-how to them, because even our system does not permit you, like permit some of them who even want to do that to do what they have to do.
But at the end of the day, about that system thing, I feel like Richard Bona is just hiding behind the system to not do what he's supposed to do, bro. Richard Bona can pick his phone and call you now. The government will not say, Skiezy, don't answer that call. You understand? Richard Bona can decide, you know what, I want to produce 10 artists for my country. You understand? The government will not say you cannot do that. So I just feel like he's hiding. I'll be honest. I have so much love for him, so much respect for him. But I feel like don't let people limit you. Idele, me and you today, you do good music. Hakeem does good music. You guys are not getting the support that you deserve. But are you una don't stop, una never stop. Una they still do one for the love of music. If una get one of support some person, una go support them. You understand? So more not leave a me or the government or this person or person in hold we down, because that is actually what has been happening for the past 40 years.
Bro, the thing is, I followed one of Richard Bona's interview one day when he said there was an investment for a musical school that he had to do in Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And those who were supposed to sponsor that project were from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But when he was coming home with that project, those in the system, they started bringing what we all know.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, that's how it ended.
Okay. My yes. Way too, right?
We have Samuel Eto'o. Do you know that Samuel Eto'o does not own a football school in Cameroon, but he has
that is where I was going. You understand? I understand all that Eto'o struggle them about owning a football school in Cameroon or doing. By the end of the day, did he give up? No. Today he's a president of Foot. You understand? The one challenge we get out most people now say we need form, and that is one thing we are ignoring about Eto'o. Sometimes we tend to join them. You take a leadership position and then you do what you want to do. If a Tofis make, let's say, one join them, they never give Foot president. And now that he's Foot president, me and you and every other person, they see what they try for do. You understand? So in as much as it is good for you to stay on the sideline and criticize and do all of these things, we need to really, if we are really passionate about our country, we are really, if we really want to do things for our community, we need to find a way to circumvent all these guys who are actually trying to hold us back and do what we really have to do. Blueprint, I want to ask you a question. Man, you know, I know so already there for 40 minutes.
So, wonderful.
I swear to God.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah. So, now, Blueprint.
Yeah.
One thing is sure, we had that generation. Where they be just dress them like hip hop artists, they be do their thing that was street, they be talk like hip hop artists or Americans, but at the end of the day, that generation they play a role, for way to get on today as hip hop for Cameroon. The question I want to ask you say, after that generation, when probably this was generation. Now, which names then where you get them for mine where you feel say they pick off from which that generation be doing and then develop into which way or side way would you go?
Okay. All right. After that generation, I'll cite like let's say 4 names.
Yes.
That were doing things that were like revolutionary in their own right.
Yes.
You have one of the faces that I noticed after the people that I named.
Mm-hmm.
Sultan Ushimi,
right?
Yeah, he was the first. Yes, he was the first that I saw. He revolutionized the video making concept when it comes to cartooning.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of those kind of videos in hip hop that we thought like only the whites could make, he did that, and he was in a plane. He was in a little plane and he was flying and rapping. Yes, that song. So that era actually influenced how video makers could start doing videos.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we moved from that, and then I discovered Krotal. Right.
Yes.
There could be some people in between that I may not have mentioned, but I'm trying to mention those that I saw that did something that were key. We had Krotal with some kind of sound, right? He had some kind of sound. He was rapping, but he had some kind of sound that started bringing hip hop music to the roots. They were now using some kind of traditional precautions to make the music. You know, the xylophones and everything, but they were rapping.
Yeah.
They had the same format like hip hop music. Then, moving from Crotal, you had Jovi, who came in with something different, which was for the Anglophone people actually putting in pidgin, and he was making it look so beautiful.
Yes.
Right? Yes. You know, with the hip hop in the English, it could be very difficult back in the day for somebody to tell you that rap this in pidgin. You understand? You begin to start thinking of the words you're going to use. Pidgin in itself is very, very limited for somebody who is metaphorically strong. Somebody who wants to tell stories. Pidgin is very limited. It has no words. You understand? But for him, and other guys like Dr. Cap, all right, Dr. Cap came, but he was not as popular as Jovi when he came to when he came to the pidgin. So Jovi actually came
I
with
was
the pidgin.
about mentioning Dr. Cap.
Yes.
That,
So Dr. Cap came with the pidgin first, and then he tried to make his waves, and he centered around the southwest, a little bit of Douala and all of that. But when Jovi now came with Don Foquat, right?
Yes.
It took the masses more. So people were now being able to be comfortable with pidgin, right? Now that was one section. Now then after that, people who came to not just end it at pidgin, but saying that okay, this pidgin thing that we're doing, Cameroonian hip hop, as they want to call it, is not just supposed to end, you know, in the Cartier, right?
Yes.
You guys are not just supposed to feel it in the bars, you know, or whatsoever. Stanley, that was the key figure that I saw. He was the first person that we witnessed hopping into a plane to go to France for a show because of hip hop. Okay, yes, he was the first person to do a hip hop video that we watched and we wanted to shoot all our videos live, you know, with that same format.
Wow.
He was that guy who went to South Africa and said this thing called an MTV award is very, very possible for a Cameroonian to hold. He was the first hip hop artist that we saw that would go into forums where you have diplomats and presidents and he will talk about the country.
Wow.
Yes, and then after Stanley, I think every other person now, there was no that he exploded everything. He defined everything for Cameroonian hip hop. After that, we now had people coming in. At that time, Stanley had made it possible that okay, videos can be done this way. We can the video producers started coming and all of that. So I think that is the trend until now when we have the other young guys who are doing it great, the Mike Monsters, you know, Daphne's who are doing their music, Renews and the rest who are into, you know, yes. I think that's to me, that is how I look at it.
Man, this is I think I'm really happy. Bro, we'll probably need a part 2 for this segment though, because the one thing we are doing right now, we have someone who knows how it was happening in Douala. We have someone who knows what was happening in Bamenda, but then we don't have somebody who really knows what was happening in Kumba. I know a little bit. You understand? I know a little bit, but I never really call that names, and I know really because normally you're supposed to be for that milieu for really know the people them. So I feel like we'll do a part 2 of this way. I'll bring in someone from Kumba and maybe someone from
like in Boya, I know some few people who were like doing that were doing well in Boya.
Okay.
Back then, you had Dr. Cap, you had the whole the Melcube, yes, Melcube, yeah,
those are names that we don't forget.
Yeah, there is something I want to say about Melcube that a lot of people don't know. Like Melcube, I can say Melcube was like the star, rapper. Yes, the star rapper in Southwest. That person that was even going to Douala, coming to Douala to Cinema Loguri and having a concert inside Cinema Loguri. You know, that was huge. Melcube used to headline for Guinness. Let me just say headline. He used to be like the face. And if you remember Tito had this show that Tito used to do on STV. High Beat. Yes. That Melcube's song was there like on the top of the chart Mercube is the first rapper that we had his song air on Channel O in Nigeria. Like those are some of the things that a lot
of
of
things that people don't know. People have disregarded.
You know. And then in Southwest now, you had guys like D Snap. You had guys like D Snap. You had Zionic and his crew.
By the way, Big G be then a rapper.
Yeah.
I know.
Just like Mosinago, just like in Bamenda, in spite of the names that I called, right?
Yeah.
2010 to 2013, before Stanley
and
came,
then there is
we
Steve
had
Lil.
names too.
Don't forget.
We had names. We had G Rain, who came with something that people, he came back from Nigeria with magic, and people knew it was the next big thing. We had Magasco too. Myself too. I was there. I was there. I think with like 3 of us who started the HD videos in Bamenda at the time. You had Magasco, who came with a very good album, Let the Radio Talk. It was massive. You had Jiren, who came with the Switch and Blowing Ashes album. It was massive. I had the Daddy Maswaga project and the Maedi project, which made some waves in Bamenda and parts of Yaoundé, and that is how the whole thing moved to, where we're having it slowly. People were coming in, everybody was putting in their energy, and we kept it going step by step. That's how it worked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boss, so I want to ask you a question, right? Now you guys have talked about the people who actually planted the foundation. Whenever I talk about media, people will broadcast people. No, we don't talk a little bit about media. I think Skiezy talked about Tomion starting something. I don't know if we get names there because some person don't mention Tito, who was not an artist.
Very true.
He used his platform, and one point along the way we had somebody like, I think they call him Jumper Boom or something. And we don't get that kind of people them along the way where they don't actually, because without those people, trust me,
it will not be where it is.
If it still happen, but it goes slow.
And
I don't know if you guys
there is also another
any of that
in Douala.
There is
also another person in Douala that we should not forget. That did a lot for the hip hop movement to be what it is. I'm talking about Olivier NKU. He used to work at Nostalgie. He had this hip hop show that was the most listened hip hop program on air, like on radio. That when it was that time, every hood you pass in, you would hear everybody's tuning on that channel. And then you also had Nabil. We also had Nabil.
That's another
with
shout out to Napstar. Shout out to
Nabil with Lelo Show. They used to call his show Lelo Show back then. That's another person too. Until
date he's not giving up. I think he shows one of the most prominent.
Like I have so much love and respect for him.
Yeah, same here.
Same.
And exactly. And even before Mike Monster, rather not Mike Monster, before Pascal. You know Pascal, right? Before Pascal,
Pascal he heard me.
Yeah, exactly. He's hurting a lot of people because he's hurting a lot of people. So before Pascal became who he was when he was with New Bell Music, in Bamenda he was known as Strike B, and he was known through radio shows. He had radio show every Sunday. Everybody wanted to listen to him. They wanted to listen to Strike B. So shout out to all the radio stations in Bamenda that used to do a lot for these artists and are still doing. The Apakwa FM's Hot Cocos, and the FCAM radios, and the rest. Afrique Nouvelle, most especially, that was a radio station that started this thing with artists. And we had rappers like MC Nelex who did shows to bring up young artists.
I know. I remember the small time I spent on Bamenda about Hot Cocoa. I think that's the name of the radio.
Yeah.
It was really hot.
It was really hot. They had the first TV station
Hot Cocoa.
Yes, they had the first TV station that aired our videos. Once we did our videos in Douala and Yaoundé, we came back. They were the ones who put it on air.
Wow.
So that's how people knew our faces locally.
Skiezy, I feel like, sorry, they always call you Skiezy. Skiezy, I feel like the people we have today who are actually managing media, whether it's owning a TV station, whether it's owning a blog, or whether it's, I don't know, whatever, just media. I feel like there is something they are supposed to learn from the people from back in the days that will actually help the movement grow to a better place. In as much as I know, okay, they are here for the money, they are here for whatever they think they're doing, but then there's always that thing they're supposed to learn from these people who started media, they probably copied for them. I don't know if you get any message for them, especially the people the way they run media for Cameroon now, whether na blogs, whether na influencers, whether na media. Which if you tell them, where if you continue help we push that hip hop movement, we see how we give a be.
To
That
me,
question is for that question is for Skiezy or for me?
Yeah,
it's
for
for me.
Skiezy. For Skiezy first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, concerning this media thing, you know, back then, the media was there for the artist. It was there to showcase the artist's art. The media considered what the artist did and respected the artist.
Wow.
The media used to give the artist his place.
Wow.
But today we don't have that. I tell guys that back then we'll be invited at the radio station and they will pay our transportation.
I'm an example. I've gone through that so many times.
We'll arrive there, they'll offer us tea, they'll offer us drinks, they'll offer us things. And the way they receive you was different.
Yeah.
You know? But today it's not the same thing. Back then, when it was like these people were out for content. They knew that the artist was content that they needed.
Yes.
But today the artist is how can I even
It's the last part of the chain instead of being the supplier for the chain.
The artist is the last person in
it's
the
last part
chain.
of the chain instead of being a supplier for the chain.
Yes.
Yeah. And just to add, just to cue in with what Skiezy is saying, right?
Yes.
Toridey, this aspect of why the blogs are doing it the way they're doing now, the media in general, I think we should understand that the world is becoming this thing called music is becoming so digital right now. Not just music, any other sphere of life is becoming very digital right now, in such a way that it becomes so complicated, even for us, the artists, to understand how we can put out music or how we can cash in from our music, right?
Yes.
It's the same thing that is happening with the media. Now, every media platform has moved online, and what they're trying to do is they have realized that once they create clickbait, it's pay as you click, right? If you click more, you're going to earn more. So that is where the problem has come in. They want to say anything to be able to get paid. So what I advise that they should do is media professionals, both the bloggers and the journalists, need to attend workshops. Okay. Yes. They should create, if somebody is listening to me right now, please create workshops. That is going to build a channel, right? For you who is into culture blogging, if you want to blog about culture, attend workshops that will tell you what you're supposed to do online and what you're not supposed to do online when it comes to dealing with music. Because there are so many things that people do. It's like a sea. They don't know what they are doing. All they want to do is to make money. Okay. All right. Is Nabil there or okay? It's a video. So
it's a video.
I think that if we create workshops so that bloggers can actually understand what they are doing, is going to help in the professionalism, and everybody is going to cash out. Because right now, what they are doing, if I tell you the truth, is no artist is paying bloggers anymore. Wow. Because Facebook ads have come, they will give us the results that we want. Okay,
that's true.
YouTube ads have come, they will give us the results that we want. Now, you as a blogger, you just create a page and you come, you blog, you want to blog about my song, and you're telling me to pay you, but you can't even give me a rundown of what you are going to do. That is because you lack the professionalism when it comes to the blogging about the culture. So let's get into workshops and understand the whole scope about blogging and music in general.
Wow. Man, I think I like this session, man. We are close to 1 hour and I feel like we need to go.
Okay.
My next question is Skiezy. What do you think is the what do you think is the future for rap music?
The future.
But is there a difference between rap music and hip hop culture or hip hop?
Okay, now what I want to say is, and what I always tell guys is, Cameroon is a hip hop country.
Okay.
it's a rap country from the base.
Maybe we need explanation. Because that one music I don't confuse.
Because every foundation that was laid when it comes to urban music, if you check it out, they are rappers that laid it.
Yeah.
But now it is sad. It is sad that today, we have gone out of that. We have gone out of that that soul of what rap actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because people now have come up now with the mentality that it is better to supply a fast food music, what I call fast food music.
Yeah.
Like music that will burst for 1, 2, 3 months, and then after that you don't even want to listen to those songs anymore. But
I hope you're not talking about consist music.
If you listen, no, but those are fine, Palama. Now you talk them. Now you talk them. You see, for example, pick like I always tell guys that pick a Blueprint Hakeem album anytime, any year, you will still feel those songs. Take a Jovi 16 wife HIV album or 16 wife any day, anytime, you will still vibe. You still vibe to those thematics. Those thematics will still be relevant in any generation. You know, and that is what hip hop was, and hip hop is from the base. You know, rhythm and poetry, revolution of Afro people, you know, music to inform, to educate, to keep people woke.
Wow.
Yeah.
To keep people lucid.
That's hip hop.
To
That's
keep people lucid. To keep people with the wit. You know, but now our society now got into contact with the kind of music and that they think that this is what society wants. Wow. And these are the kind of thematics that they want, because we are too stressed too. We are too stressed, especially in Cameroon, that people will just want to dance, drink, take away their stress. I understand. And that's actually one thing that has killed our music, is that people are hungry. People are hungry, and when they are hungry, they don't want to listen to you preaching to them.
Wow.
They don't want to. Yes. They have other things in their minds that they need to let go of and let it go out.
For that people they're hungry, may they find chop because they wait till someone will give them chop, they will die like she did. They better go find chop. I want to listen to this song. One of
matter of fact, talk again or show face. It's easier to talk from a distance. We go jail you until you fix Sam. You go for CRTV, talk your pima. Come in, I go grind you like Nakisa. Actually, the way you freeze up.
Aye,
shifter. So I don't need too much for the boko. You say a lot of people sick at choco. See them, I mean, for my table coco. Now you know if you said I'm sick.
Yep.
Tension be the habit, one mad. The type of one, for WhatsApp. Instead, catch my brother Naka.
Yeah.
Situation critical. Tear gas off over hit the put down for hospital. People love us, the bond of CPD and material.
Bishop mono go. People, if you cause chaos.
You know, the truth is,
in my heart, I don't beg you and say, I beg stop.
You see Blueprint Hakeem and Buck. Blueprint Hakeem and Buck now.
Yeah.
This particular song, when I released it, the second month they be playing for Commission Avenue for Bamenda, and military people they be scatter the boy we get the box.
The kiosk. Wow.
Yes, because I never ever when I released this song when there was an internet shutdown in Bamenda. Yeah, so because of the crisis, I had to travel from Bamenda. I went to Mbuda.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was able to upload the song.
Yeah.
Then I went back. So I never ever shared the song, and there was no internet. I couldn't share it. Yes.
Wow.
So I shared it only when I was in Buddha. Once I finished sharing, I went away. Then people started picking it up, and then that thing happened. They started playing it around town. People didn't understand what the crisis was at that time. If I
Mm-hmm.
knew better, right, I wouldn't even
Mm-hmm.
do the song. Even though the song is coded, I wouldn't do it because
Yes.
as a civilian, right? As a
Mm-hmm.
Why?
civilian, right,
Why?
I have understood. Yes, as a civilian, I have understood with what's going on in Cameroon that you should try your best not to do anything that's going to push people to fight.
Yeah, or jeopardize
Yeah,
another person's life,
yeah,
because guess what?
exactly. Yeah.
Songs like this
So
will
yeah,
pump up someone, and then
yeah,
you will know how thing
exactly.
that happen for
Yeah.
PE.
So that is why with these songs, I always advise artists like try to write it as coded as you can. Like this song is really coded. You're understanding it because your mind is into that realm. You
Very
understand?
true.
A lot of people will not understand what I'm saying. Yeah.
Skizzy, I think that is what hip hop is all about. Music for the people, music about the people, music that can take the people from one place to another. Do you feel like these new generation artists, I call them new generation artists because they are not from our generation. Do you think they're actually
Yeah.
doing that? Or what do you think they should do? What do you think they should be doing? Not more limited question for, do you think the new generation artists, the Mike Monsters, the what's his name, Cleo Gray, I hope China rap artists I call, and so Skiddy Boy, and most of these were guys, and now do you think they're actually doing enough of what hip hop is supposed to do?
Yeah, 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 yeah. For the names you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
they are doing they are doing an amazing job. They are
Mm-hmm.
doing an amazing job. The names you mentioned, yes. But there are others that are actually doing a bad job. But I don't blame them too, because it depends. It depends too on their influence,
Mm-hmm.
the kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the kind of
I just wanted to
influence
say
that
that
they have.
the
You
influence you
know,
have.
yes, the kind of influence that they have while starting this, and then the kind of the setting, the
Mm-hmm.
setting too
Yeah, the
matters.
setting too. It matters a
Yes,
lot.
the setting too matters a lot. So the influence and the setting. But now, what what they will need to do, or what they have to do, is like what some of them do. I have like a lot of kids that I've worked with, that if you listen to them, they are different,
That's
you
true.
know. So
Mm-hmm.
they need to come closer. They need to come closer to people. I was very happy to see a young man, when I told me how some words from Blueprint Hakeem
Mm-hmm.
helped shape him. And I said,
Wow.
that's good. And I said, I hope you paid attention to every single thing that Hakeem told you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said yes, that he did. And then I listened to one of his release, and I told him that that's good. He should keep on that same path, and then he should know this and that. The- There are actually some of them who come up to some of us
Okay.
and want to learn, and want to better their art. You know, yes, and we are always open. My doors are always wide open like this. I don't close it to anybody.
Wow.
You know, yes, and that's a problem that some people have with me too. That I'm too open. I'm too like this. But I tell them that I'm not from the ego generation.
Very true.
I'm from that generation where we used to work together. We used to come together and meet every Sunday. Every rapper in Bonaberry, we used to meet every Sunday here in Antien Road. And then we'll freestyle and do rap battles and fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start laughing at the end, and then we are going back home, and then we'll come back again. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we'll meet up, we'll help one another get better. I told you of the incident of my first time going on stage.
That's
You
true.
see what Salted Pillar did for me. You know, he was an elder brother. He was a star. He was a star already. He could have left me there. He could have
That's
not
true.
cared about me, but he knew that this is his younger man, and he needs to mold him. So they need to get good people that will influence their art,
Mhm.
good people that are going to be open to them, to teach them one or two things, and then whatsoever thing they are doing is going to be better.
Wow. Blue, what is it for you? What do you think the generation should do differently to make things better? Because that's the thing. We just talked about the first generation. Let's call them the pioneer generation. We talked about the new
Yeah,
generation, which includes the Krotal and then you talked
yes.
about the Jovi
Those
generation, the
ones,
Stanley generation.
those one we can call them the first generation, like the
Yeah.
Crotal and the Big BZ and the other ones. We can
Okay.
call them the first generation, and then we are part of the second generation,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
now we already have a generation. We already have a third generation already.
Yeah. And
So
if the third generation don't understand the importance of not just transitioning to the next generation, but also building that bridge between their generation and the next generation, then it's going to be history. Just like Skizzy said, Makosa artists did not understand the importance of posterity, the importance of laying a foundation where we'll have
yes,
more Makosa artists. I feel
yes,
like
Yeah.
Nigeria, don't ever say we want to compare Nigeria. We are not comparing with them. We are taking examples from them. Look at
Yeah.
what is happening. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, overnight, some cook don't become superstar for the world. You
yes,
Exactly.
understand? And that is because they know, say, okay, we need for put one hand support this person because they are building towards the next generation.
Very
Blue,
yeah.
true.
my brother Hakeem, what do you think this generation should be doing to make sure go only end for them, they will continue like una be don't start them and then push on for them.
Okay. I think that to me, I think the generation should understand that the new generation should understand that their own time of music is it's moving very, very fast,
That's
right?
true.
Too much content. In our
Mm-hmm.
time, it was difficult to have content. You could get an album in our time and you listen to it for 5 months before you be able to think of getting another one.
Another yeah.
Yes. Now, this new generation, once Blueprint or Skizzy or Jovi or whosoever drops an album today, it's going to last just like maximum 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's gone. They want the next person to come in. So, what I advise them to do is they need to understand that with the internet that we have right now, they might
Yes.
get too saturated with music to the
Mm-hmm.
point where they don't know what is good or bad.
Wow.
Okay, they should be able to understand that with this internet that we're having right now, it's a very good tool that might wipe away what you stand for. So they should identify first what they want to stand for with their own hip hop music. That's the first thing I'm going to advise. What
Mm-hmm.
is it? Because if you ask me, everybody knows what Blueprint Hakeem stands for with his hip hop, right? I like to
Yes.
teach. Okay,
Yes.
in as much as I like to make people to dance or whatever, whatsoever. But my main thing, first of all, is that teaching. That's my own. So the new generation, what is it you want to do with your own hip hop music? Make people to dance, praise the women, teach people. If that is what you want to do, then what are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be following the artists that are bringing you that kind of music.
Very true.
That yes, those are the people you should be following. To the point where even when they drop an album and another album is coming in, you don't really care. You are sticking to those people that are feeding your soul. Because the more they feed your soul, the more you listen to a Blueprint Hakeem album over and
Yeah,
over, you find
yeah,
out that is what you are trying to make and even make it better, right?
yeah.
Any
Mm-hmm.
artist who is listening to Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, they are not going to be singing something different. That's just the truth
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes. So my advice to them is that understand that you are in a passive internet space where the information is going very fast. So find your way to pick what you want, practice on it, and stick to it. That's just the advice I'm going to give them.
Man,
yeah.
this
And
was very yeah.
just to add to what you said, Hakeem, is that they,
Yeah,
they 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 need to understand, like in school, before you start any course, they always tell you that you need to go back to the historical background. So
exactly.
you have to start from
Exactly.
there.
Know
Yes,
how it all started.
yes. If you don't start from there and then you start from your context,
You don't
then
even know what you're going to.
you will not even know what is going on and what
Yeah,
you are even into and what you are
exactly.
even doing.
Yeah, I think I missed out that part. That's a very
Yeah,
important part too.
yeah.
Someone said something on the comment section, which I don't know if you know. Who out there, Melvin? Please, we don't want crazy conspiracies or not even conspiracy disrespect or when Blueprint Hakeem actually mentioned Jovi, he was just talking about artists. He was not mentioning Jovi as a new, what do you call it? New generation artist. You know, we did for that way they talk about Jovi as one of the pioneers and our urban music, our hip hop culture, and all of that. Maybe you don't just come now. You listen to say something we talk. You want
Yeah,
to
you know,
for go
exactly.
bring down a kind of argument the way I know.
Yeah, which is not really necessary here right now.
For more than how many minutes he praised Jovi, talk about Jovi and all of that, and then you don't just come now for one two-way talk, and you didn't even misinterpret him because what he was trying to say, he was just mentioning artists that can put out songs and all of that. Skiezy, a new generation artist, but he mentioned Skiezy for day. You understand? So when I beg, when I stop on I want call and polemic like Francophone man the color man and all of that. I beg, I want it's crazy how our people always want these things.
And that's one thing. That's one bad thing with the showbiz space in Cameroon. You know, this gang thing. The moment that you want to talk, people start picking sides, and it has eaten down to the bloggers too, to the point where bloggers cannot talk about you if you're not part of a certain gang. You understand? That's just the same thing happening here. For him to be coming and saying that, mentioning somebody's name out of disrespect, I mean, it's unheard of, because clearly that's not what I was saying.
Yeah, thank God sir, we'll even see the comment and call him out already. Bro,
Yeah,
I want to listen. When I listen to the Pekin, I listened to him the other day, and man, I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. They call him AJ Bad Boy. I want to tell me to think about it.
Okay.
I come up amenda for follow the paper. Enter the wall and get me pound me like a chew banana. Ouais, famille, we don't give up on a nigga. Et comme un jongleur, je donne pas les lait. Moi, je fais ce que je veux quand je veux, si c'est le dos. Et vin en colo, a dit bateau for mon colo. From Bamenda.
Hey.
Voilà. Say the boy been a jongleur. Go talk for mama there.
I have something very important to say about this.
Yeah, please.
Yes, which is going to help with the previous question you asked.
Yes.
Now, AJ Bad Boy, that's the name, right?
Yes, AJ Bad Boy.
Yes, Skiezy, we can see that this is a new generation guy.
Yes.
But he has understood that the new generation probably wants to dance. Does it move him away from the concept of teaching people or educating people in his music?
I don't think so.
No.
Good. It makes you to understand that this guy is somebody who wants to. He's a conscious rapper.
Yes.
Yeah. The difference is just that maybe our own time of beats may not be what his generation wants right now.
Wow.
Yes.
So he uses something that is danceable to still pass the same message.
Yeah.
Okay.
I must comment on this young man, like AJ Bad Boy. Like I've been following him up. You know, I've been watching. Like I've watched.
It's my first time hearing about him, though.
Yeah, I've watched a series of freestyles that the young man
go
has
to his Facebook and
okay.
that Pekin died.
Check him out, bro.
I'll check him out. I will check it out. I will check it out.
I think he's up to 20.
Like
I'll check it out. It's inspiring. I like
man. This young man is very conscious about using his art to inform and educate.
Wow.
Okay.
Like no matter what instrumental he jumps on, you listen to something that his generation will listen and they will be like, okay, okay, you know. And like you said, he is using the sound that his generation is accustomed to pass his own message, different from our own sound and what influenced our own generation. You see? So
wow. Guys, I really thank when I will point out that, because that was one other thing. Most people feel like hip hop is dying just because the generation not decide to use a different sound, but they're still doing hip hop. I never ever look at that way though. Mrs. I don't want at one point in time, once I feel like, oh, they need to do hip hop again and blah blah blah, because the beats the way what generation be the use them, namely like the beats the way the generation not the use them.
Yeah.
So we should just get for understanding, hey, that is still hip hop. See, identify hip hop that begin to do them and just support them.
It's a lifestyle. Hip hop is a lifestyle.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
And every lifestyle evolve.
Yeah, it evolves. That's the truth. It evolves.
It don't evolve now. Speak. We live for that kind boom bap beat.
We left from boom bap. You enter for drill. We enter for trap music.
You enter for all kind. Trap. You enter trap.
We don't enter for all kind.
Now they're not inside drill now. You know.
Yes.
And now right now I'm working on a drill album. You see,
Wow.
but drill is not it's not my generation.
Yeah.
You see,
But we just
it's
do it
not
because we
this
have to feed in.
generation.
We
Yeah,
have to feed in.
yes. Now the
Wow.
2020 generation, their sound, but we are still using it and still passing those same messages.
Those same things, you know.
Yeah.
I want to start fight. Looping Hakeem.
Yeah.
Your 5 best Cameroonian hip hop artists.
5
Now,
best Cameroonian hip hop artists.
the only thing I would do now say the order not be important. Just giving names them the 5 hip hop artists where you feel like okay, now the people they do it, they don't actually do one for me, for this industry.
No, wait. So the question was the short round. my five artists, the way I look at it, they don't do something. Or my 5, the way I really see that they are rap and this for me, where I respect them.
It's the same thing. So it depends on how you look whether you want to people the way you feel say okay, now rap artists and this, or you want to people the way you feel say they don't do something. Now you go decide say if they say I send 5 artists now for America for represent Cameroon, now the 5 artists I'll send them. Rap artists.
Okay.
And then I'll make it easy for you. You not get for BD, Skiezy not get for BD.
Okay. I will not what's call my name in Facebook. All right, without me, let's see. Mama, Boy Tag.
Very, very good. Very, very good.
Boy Tag. Young Holiday.
Super talented. Talented.
Man, this is a hard list. This is very, very hard. But I'll keep it going. Let me see. Shit. My brother. Hey. That's only to be hard. Well, anyway, I think those 2, I look at them like exceptional artists. They are very skilled. Yeah, they might have their own flaws that I don't want to bring here, but when I'm talking about, I admire so many things about that.
Boss Hakeem, you should get 3 spot.
You are run.
Pascal.
Super talented.
Yeah. Got 2 more to go, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, my brother Young Fame. Yes, he's been out of the scene for like 5 years. Yeah. But hi, Mama, I'll give a call name first. Sorry. No, but I'm calling my brother. Skiezy, Yes.
Okay, I don't think so. I know the name, but I'll try for listening to him.
Yes.
Right after
Young
this.
Fame.
Oh, bro, you have to Young Fame. Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
My brother is magical.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, now he even make herself be able to rap some of the pigeon kind styling. So
yes.
Now he make her do them.
Okay.
Then what's the last one? Well, I want to call people where I know say mistake no go do some place.
Okay.
Can we call if we call Late Fish a rapper? I don't know. Can we call that boy rapper?
He did not introduce himself to us like a rapper, so I don't
bring
know.
Martin inside Mokota back. No bring her inside Saksamoto. Because I look at that guy like a rapper, man.
You actually understand what rap is. You understand even if they twist and they hide that inside any kind of dirty or any kind of goal or any kind of thing.
Yes.
You actually know saying I still rap artists this way.
Yes.
You use the sound of today for do it to
one. Yes, for twist them. Because Fish is yes. He will never feel me if he has to go out there,
Okay.
Yeah,
by the
so
way,
I think
people comment section go kill you. Like 8 people don't write them.
They could go ahead.
They don't write.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. That's what. Now, so, you see this question you don't ask me.
Yes.
Before you ask me the question, I'll be ask you something. Say one the way I look and where I respect where they don't do them, or one the way I talk say the one thing they go on me they do something for rap stage, so for do something. So I call people that I look at with skill. Yeah, with skill to some level for me. Yeah. If you want to call about the other people that I think of, I have so many names, I'll call Mike Monster, right?
No,
call
Boss
Joe.
Blue, Boss
I'll
Blue,
call
please, no, Boss Blue, please, no go for that side. You don't already call we at 5.
I want to remember like that. I tell you then.
Skiezy, for you, who would have 5 names away? Exclude you and Brooklyn Hakeem.
It's
Who
a
would
very
have 5 names
difficult
away?
thing
If you
to answer
say,
though.
if they
said,
reach
boss,
out to you now, say, call we 5 people, one send them for Grammys for go do something.
then you did not say, man, open my idol, Brooklyn Hakeem.
No.
Yeah, the way publicity.
Trust me. The fact say I want to talk about hip hop and I bring that first of all on a two. It shows how much respect I get them for that talent and everything you guys have done also and you guys are doing. You understand?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if I put you in
Yeah.
an inside day, technically you don't shrink the spot to 3. Enjoy imagine say Blue Boss Hakeem get 5 spots. Maybe the scientific difficulties for fit people the inside
It's
that 5
so
spots.
difficult, man.
And then
It's
we
so
begin at
difficult.
3 spots, you will do now.
It's so difficult. It's so difficult.
So yeah, boy Skiezy, your 5 names.
Kamasa. Bon. inside my name then, Hakeem
Yes.
do he call 2.
No, just
So
give
I
it. Just give
call
it.
them
The
back.
good thing I say the order not be important.
Okay. Right. First you have Melchior.
Mm-hmm.
You have Melchior. You have Bonsais.
Wow, that's another
You have
one.
Bonsais. I talk about Bonsais. Why? Because there is something about using our African traditional languages
Mm-hmm.
and transmitting a voodoo,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and transmitting a voodoo, but using hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
That Bonsai does that. It's crazy. Like he's one person that before I dropped Kimanka,
Mm-hmm.
I listened to some of his songs and I was like, whoa, this is actually what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yes. And then his consciousness too. It's impeccable. It's impeccable. Anyway, you guys go and check his most recently released album, Beauty for Ashes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dope project. Go and check it out. It's
Yes.
dope. Okay, now let's go to the third.
The third. Okay, you're still there. You're not done. Now
Yes,
walk
I'm
now.
not
This is
done.
the work. The work no normal now.
I said they
That
work
work, you don't
past
know, man.
salary, no. They work past
It's so
salary,
difficult.
bro.
Yeah,
Past
it's so
salary.
difficult. Keep it going. I
Okay,
trust you. You can do it.
Okay. Then I said Hakeem called one person, 2 people that I had in mind. You have Young Holiday and Boy
Mm-hmm.
Tag.
Yeah.
Young Holiday and Boy Tag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Young Holiday, say Young Holiday, he was first of all like my protege. You remember?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, he was like my protege before. Yeah. And then now you have Boy Tag. Oh, Boy Tag.
Yeah.
Boy Tag. And then the last one. Now, I just call myself now me and so
No.
That lie. You must go through to a go through. You must go through to a go through.
I would just call myself me and so no. Okay. No. How me have you forget the person? Speedo.
Okay, you see.
Okay.
Some of those names are coming afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speedo.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that is one thing we need to talk about. May no man not take the least person out. Trust me.
Yeah.
But Toridey, please, just 1 minute before you
Yes.
talk that thing. Since we doubt about Fishy name, sorry, I just got the name that one of those I really respect when it comes to the art. You
Yes.
take off Fishy's name from my list and you put Citrix. Yes, that's the name I wanted to
Citrix?
fit in. Yes,
Okay.
Citrix.
Wow.
Yes. You take off
Wow.
Fishy's name and put Citrix. I mean, it's like he's an absolutely magical, phenomenal lyricist.
Wow. Now, so which have the one travel tongue I see? May no man not take the least personal. Trust me, you call the
Of
same
course.
guys 1 hour after now, you ask them, they'll give
Sure.
you now 5 different names away.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, oh
Because
yes, oh
Yeah,
it,
that's
yes.
it
true.
actually happened.
That's
Like, would they for play with as you did think maybe something about
Mm-hmm.
Mike Monster fish strike, you be like, okay, Mike Monster,
Yeah,
Joby, Stanley, Eno,
yeah,
this person. But then 2 hours later, the thing that will come to your mind at immediate time that the names away you call them. So me no man not take them
yeah,
personal. All these
exactly.
guys are exceptional. All these guys are doing wonderful. The good thing with me, I really like them for the least with the gear. It get me for understand, say, hey, in as much as these ones are popular, the Cleo Grey, the Mike Monsters, the Skiddy Boy, the this, the that, in as much as they are popular, I don't say they only be popular, they don't be talented, they be popular and talented.
Yeah,
Many other artists they see they on the ground way, they are super guys. So
yeah,
now for
yeah,
we now as the audience for go discover, they don't give me like 2 or 3 names. Imagine me who I
yeah,
really like hip hop music. I don't know those
yeah,
names. So now for me
yeah,
now for go
yeah,
now go listen to them and start
yeah.
share their work, which is one
Hmm.
thing our community should really get really good at.
yeah.
But my brother them, thank you now very, very much. We had 1 hour, 30
No, thank
minutes.
you.
It feels like we should go on and on, but like I said, we'll do a part 2 for this. I don't know what because Mike Monster did task right now, and they hope for
Okay,
me to be maybe bring you for studio and then we'll do a part 2, bring in other hip hop artists. Another person I
yeah.
really like, and also Nanoi, another person I really like to have him on the segment is Nelix.
Oh
Yeah,
One
yeah,
of
yeah,
that guy
yeah,
I have
yeah.
so much respect. I have
Oh, the
so much
general, the
respect.
general. Now my
Yeah,
general, that.
I have so much respect for him.
No, that's my
Doing what he's
general.
doing, trying to
Yeah,
build a set up platform for people to come and
yeah.
express themselves, do their music and all of that. I don't know if I get any last thing for talk. We'll start with Hakeem.
okay. Last words, man. Really send huge thanks for you for the job, man. You're the one of the simplest media persons I've ever met in my life. First of all, and I would just want to say that may God continue to bless you between the two arm. No
Thank
ever
you, my
relent your
brother.
efforts. And it's not Cameroon you deal with them. Yes, just
Hmm.
keep it going. And my fellow artists within our Cameroon, let the passion keep you going. Right? You never know what might happen. Let the passion keep you going. My fellow media people, journalists to the bloggers or what have you, please, you are in charge of creating a safe and loving space for show business to be able to start cashing in even more than ever.
Wow.
You hold that responsibility. Please do not follow a gang thing. Please be neutral. Handle us, the artists, like the people that have to supply you the content. Talk
Hmm.
about us. Be fair when it comes to billing your artists. You should be able to be professional when it comes to um giving feedback to your artists or to the record labels when they want because they have paid you for. And to those of you who are just starting as media people or bloggers, please do not start by asking for money. Understand the scope of it. Cameroon has a different scope of functioning, please. It is not like
Very
any other
true.
place in the world. Yes. Understand it very well. Strive to attend your workshops. And then we're going to have a safe place to do music in Cameroon.
Skizzy, your last words.
Yeah. I want to say thank you to you because, like I always say, if not because of you, there will be no comeback of Skiezy Ayenkea. It's because of you, and you know that I always tell
Me
you that.
and this guy
Yeah,
with 237 showbiz, not
yeah,
forgetting
yeah. Emmanuel Fon.
Emmanuel Fon.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout out to him. It's been a long time.
yeah. You
That's a
know,
big man.
yeah. Shout Hakim, this guy, right? This guy. If not because of him, like this Skizzy that you've been seeing since
Oh
2016, you
yeah.
wouldn't have been there. It was tough on the people.
Okay.
but but he reminded me about something. And then since that day, I kept those words. Like, okay, let's keep going. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank you for this platform. I'm glad this platform is what it is today. I'm glad that I saw this platform grow from zero
Very
to what
true.
it is today, and you are having amazing people coming here, and you are still keeping it 100 simple as always. Like you've not changed even one bit. You're still the same person that I have known since 2016. So I'm I'm very happy. I'm happy that you had this session with me and this my brother that I saw yesterday.
Refuse to give you
Because
food.
we were together yesterday, and then when you told me that you were bringing the two of us, I was like,
You know, sir,
this man is-
I actually even noticed when I be there yesterday. Now, after I'd already decided, say, these are the two people I really want on the platform for this conversation.
Yeah, you see,
Okay.
that's the energy, bro. That's
Yep.
the energy.
Yeah.
Like I was talking about energies
Mhm.
yesterday when it comes to energies of collaboration and working together. That's the energy. Like those of my generation, we have this particular energy that we share
Mhm.
that it's beyond anything, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So
Wow.
I want to thank you for using your platform for us to have this discussion, and I hope that one or two people had something from this
We'll talk
discussion that we
about.
had, because we talked about a lot.
Wow.
Same like the title of the flyer that we drop out there. I want to thank all the medias that have been supporting us genuinely
Mhm.
with the
Yeah.
love and passion. They should keep doing it. They should keep doing it, because we actually need the media.
Mhm.
We need the media. But the
Yeah.
thing is, the artist should not be at that level where he feels like the media just wants to cripple him and not raise him,
Mhm.
because the media is supposed to raise us and not cripple us.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so I want to thank everybody that has been following up the live, that has been watching. Thank you, and God bless you. Go check each and every artist that we mentioned here today. And I must
Yeah.
add, in this generation, there is an artist too that you guys should check. He's called Dries. Dries.
Mhm.
That young man is very good.
Okay.
It's a new school artist that I've listened to his projects, and he's amazing. So go out there, check the projects, and know that we have a whole lot of projects coming up. All we need is your support. Without you guys, we are
You're
nothing,
nothing.
and we
You're
need you guys
nothing.
to take us in front. Thank you,
Thank you,
Toridey.
guys.
Hey,
Thank you,
man,
Toridey.
my brother, and thank you now very, very much. I would already decide. I need ask you an opinion. We already decide, so we'll do a part 2 of this. This was fun.
Okay. Well,
problem.
I
anytime.
need
No
allow now.
problem,
This
bro.
was
Anytime.
so much fun. And yeah, for background, we'll decide when we do the part 2. And
Sure,
we'll
no
just
problem.
need for continue get conversations like this, because now I will really educate our people on what hip hop is all about,
Yeah.
what we can do with what we have, and what
Yeah.
we can do to get to where we want to be. Thank you guys. For those
Thank
who they
you.
watch, please continue to share, continue to Boss Hakeem and Skiezy Ayenkea. Una not forget to comment the names, or I just post links there for the songs they want to talk about, or the artists they
Okay.
want to really want me to follow. Una video post them for comment section, so that way
Okay.
any person, if it's
Okay.
easy for them for just click and follow.
All right.
Thank you guys for
Okay.
watching. Continue to comment. Please go listen to Hakeem's songs. You'll be amazed. Go listen to
Yeah.
Skiezy Ayenkea's projects.
Sure.
You'll be amazed. For those who they know me, I am not that one person who will be like, oh no, I want to bring him, I'm because I'm a friend. Oh no, I pay attention to people that are talent. I pay attention to people that are character. I pay attention to people that are community mindset. What did the person don't do for grow a community? What did the person they
Yeah.
do for uplift the community and all of that? I pay attention to how you support the people around you, even the people you disagree with.
Yeah.
That is those are the things I consider before I be like, you know what, I want to give my platform for the person. I will not, I will never give my platform to any person where ego can spit hate, ego can talk to them for divide we, ego can talk to them for continue push we for fight over things that will not really be important. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching. More finish with this Skiezy his song, one of his songs away. I remember me and I get back and forth. Skiezy, you need to do a song where you sing Lamso. Is it Lamso? I talk about them
Bro, I
Ngwasang.
have a whole album in Lamso.
Yeah, I remember back in the day I was like, Skiezy, nah, whether you like one do kind of hip hop, that culture thing will always be inside small. Even if you do now just one song. And I just like this song so much. More listen and wow, this and my brother, I thank you very, very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
God bless you, bro.
The food is
God
ready,
bless
so we eat it. Mami care for the berry. Pepperoni in your tata, you live for. You go out for Vitavi. We don't play until we harvest it. The fruit of our labor, we eating it. Ayenkea, Beyenika. This time I drop on a beat, it's a feast. No need for the muscle, I still the feet. I make sure this song plays on repeat. For them, for sure. For them, for sure. For them, Denny. For him for sure. Mommy, for him for sure. For him for sure.